So um, the thing is that, first of all, we are doing the Samba server labs. So let me make my user add sudoer. So that's sudoer user. So then I can do apt-get update. And then I can do install the Samba. That update is not necessary just for like updating your repository. But if you wanna install the software, usually if you haven't used for a week or for 2 weeks, your Linux operating system is very good to use apt-get update. Then you can apt-get install Samba. Look, that's the packages of a Samba that we are installing on Ubuntu. So what I'm gonna do after this step, I'm gonna create a folder, share folder, and then we're gonna share this folder under this network. We create also a network. So look here, I am under home Ubuntu, okay? cd / and now I'm under / right? So here I'm gonna create a directory mkdir and Samba share. That's my folder. So to make read, write, executable this folder, you use chmod 777 and Samba share like this. So look, now your Samba share folder should be green. So it is green now. So that means that now you have read, write, execute. If you do ls-la, it will verify that, okay, you have, look, read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute. Okay, Samba configuration is located here under etc Samba's SMBCom. So I'm gonna nano to this file, Samba, and then smb.conf. So that's the configuration of Samba. So there is global configuration, and in the document also, I put Wien support. So we don't have any more Wien support in this document. Like in the previous version we had, but we don't have it anymore. So you don't need to put that one. So I'm gonna go at the bottom of this document, like last line. You can just use page down to go that last line of that document, right? So look here, the thing is that you should write the name of your folder that you created in previous steps. So I created Samba share. So I put it in bracket. So it's like that, Samba share. So that's gonna be your share file name that you created. Uh, that means that if in the network you're looking for something, some folder which is shared on the network, that name is Samba share. You can put any name. Comment. So that's like a comment that you put it for your share folder. Like I can say, okay, that's my Samba share folder on Ubuntu, something like that. Path. So basically, I put my folder under /Samba share. So that's very important. Usually, um, a student make a mistake here. So /Samba share is your path when you created it in previous step. Read only. So that means that your folder is read only or not. No. When you're putting no, if you're putting yes, that means that that's only read only. But if you're putting no, that means that it is writable also. Okay. And then browsable. So you see that also we have here browsable. I'm just looking at this sample for printers. So you can look at that one. So browsable, that means that it will list the folders like a Unix style. So then you can look at that list of folder. Guessed okay, then that means that users without any username password, like those they don't have account on their Ubuntu, they are allowed to reach to this folder or not? Yes, for example. So then you can save this one, Control X and um, Control X and save it. So if you, the service that we have under Samba folder is service, uh, you can do it as system control also, service SM BD restart. So I'm restarting this service. And there is something we call that one test parm. That verify your configuration. So if you do here test parm, so it will tell you that, okay, your SMB configuration seems to be okay. You have weak crypto. So that's by default enabled. I didn't change that crypto. And that's role that we have. Let's say that please and press any enter. So then you can see the configuration that you have done. So the last one I have done, look this one, Samba share, so that you can see that one. So test parm, basically, um, it will check and verify the SMB configuration, right? So now, look, this one is very important to verify that which network you are. So this one is NAT. So if you check the IP address of this one, if config is 192.168.199.137. Okay, let me check from Windows, my Windows 11, 199.137. Basically, this is kind of things that we have under my Windows 11. I can fix that one. Let me see that. Do I have any um, other options like Windows 10 or Windows? Yeah, I have Windows 10 also here from previous session. I can log in with administrator or let me see that. What was the password for that one? Yeah, I don't have, or maybe it doesn't have a password. Oh, that's part of the administrator of domain controller. Okay, so let me see that. Can I fix this issue? So basically, if you go to control panel, one of the things that you should be sure, look, this Windows, uh, basically it is educational version. If you have a home version, probably on Windows 11, you don't have SMB. So it's very hard to um, like install on a home edition. So basically you should check here that look, I have a service here, SMB SIF support. So that's my SMB version. You see that? That's version 1. So that's client version that I'm gonna install it here. Um, I think that's one of the options that I should install. And the other one, Pro version also is fine. Um, The other one is you should go to, let me finish this one. Also under registry, gp-edit.msc. You know, Windows 11 Home Edition doesn't have also registry. So that's very hard to configure it. So then under here also, there is section for network. So administrative template under computer configuration, network, and then we have LAN man workstation. So this one enable and secure guest only. You should enable this option. So these two configuration, it will enable your SMB. I don't want to restart my operating system because if I restart my operating system, I lose my configuration. So let me see that. Does it work again? 192.168.199.137. There you go. So you see that? That's Samba share. So I share folder. So look now if I want to verify. So if I create a file here like hamid.txt and put it, say hello from Windows. Hello from Windows. Look, we should be able to see this file, right? So if I come back here, I am under a slash forward slash, right? So C ls cd samba share ls, look, hamid.txt is located here. Cat hamid.txt. Yeah, hello from Windows. There you go. So we verified that, okay, this share folder now is working properly, and you can share a file from Windows or from the Linux. So if you do SMB status, look, it will show you who shared the files and some information like that. With logs, that's kind of a logs that we have here. Oh, so it's saying that from 192.168.199 dot one, someone shared a file, right? So also net status shares show you the share file. That's another way that you can see who has been connected to your share folder. So it's saying that connected at that time with this machine IP address, and that's the PID that which is assigned to this service. So you see that that's anyone can connect to this share folder. But if you want to allow only a specific person to reach to this share folder, then you should set the password. So let's create another folder under slash. So cd slash, look here, under here, I'm gonna create another folder, mkdir. And let's put this one data. And then the same thing, Shemot 777 data. So look now, data is similar to Samba share, right? So then now I'm gonna go to nano etc Samba and then smb conf, this file at the end of this file. So look, we created Samba share. That's for the Samba share folder. I'm gonna create another data for a data folder. So that's my share name. So path, the same thing. You can put the comment and the other stuff, but comment is not necessary. You can skip that part. So like it is my folder path is located under slash data. And then I can't say like this, valid users. So who is allowed to reach to this folder? I'm saying, okay, let me say only, for example, Smith, for example, is allowed. I changed the name. Browsable. So always my example was my name. So at this time, I changed the name. Browsable, yes. Read only, no. That means that you have a write option also. So I've said yes, no. And then create mask. So what's that one? So basically we are saying what type of permission you have for this folder and for this directory. 077 read write execute, and directory mask is 0777 read write execute. So save this one, and then um, you can do service or system CTL, restart SMBD. All right, that's a service that we have for SMB or Samba. So then you can use this command to add the user. So what was the user that I added? It's Smith, right? So I add this user and I set the password for Smith. For example, 123456. Oh, is a bad password. Okay. Uh, all right. So this version of Ubuntu. No. Okay. Okay, guys, we need a strong password. Okay, I'm gonna very strong password. You see, I put a very strong password. The first one I put 123456 is it was not accepted by this version of Ubuntu. So um, then you can do this way. So there is like a database on the Samba. So if you want to synchronize the database of a Samba with the database of the operating system, you can use SMB pass WD, SMB pass WD, and use the same user as Smith that I use. So use the same password. So I'm gonna enter the same password here. So look now, that user is added to the database of Samba. So that means that now this user is part of that database, and Samba server, it detects this user. So let me now refresh this page. Okay, that's the user. So that's the same as you did this way, right? 192.168.199.137, the IP address of this one. And then I look at this folder. This folder was without username password. So this folder probably should ask username password, yes. So I'm gonna put here Smith and then my strong password. There you go. So now I connected to that folder. So if I create a file here, for example, Hamid2.txt, hello, again. Okay, so then I'm gonna save this file from Windows. So if I come back to Linux, look now, where am I? I'm here. Forward slash, so data is located here, cd data, ls, so that file that I shared. So then I can cat hamid2.txt. So that's hello again. So every time that you want to verify SMB status, look, it will show you the data that Look this IP address again, connected. That was not read write only data, you see. The net status share, net status shares. So show you that, okay, which time that data someone has connected to your share phone. Okay, that's this lab for SMB.